Hi students, in this video we are going to continue to see about fundamental laws of arithmetic. In the last video we have seen what the law states and we have tried to understand how any composite numbers could be expressed as products of different prime numbers. Okay, so in this video, we will try to see how questions in this particular topic will come from board exam perspective. Typically, they could give you a number like say 40 and ask you to express this as product of prime numbers. So all you have to do is do prime factorization from what you have done in your smaller classes. So I take up the number 40, smallest prime to divide is 2, so it is going to be 20, take 2 again, so 10, 2 again, so 5. With that, the factorization is over. So I can express 40 as 2 into 2 into 2 into 5, or in exponent style 2 power 3 into 5. So this is a very straightforward question. But as we know in CBSEs, questions may not often come in the straight applications. So let's see how this has been approached from exam perspective. So we see what we call as factor tree. So this is how mostly the questions would appear. So let's see what is this factor tree. Factor tree means you're going to draw a tree-like structure representing all the factors for 40. So in this case, let's try to draw the factor tree for 40. So I can say 40 is divided by 2. The quotient is 20. Now again I do a 2. So I get to have a 10. Again I do it by 2 and 5. So you see, each time a composite number comes in the tree, it is going to be branched out as a product of another prime number and say composite number until you reach all prime numbers as a branches. So this is the example of how a factor tree is constructed. Now let's see how the question will appear in the board exam. They will give you an incomplete factor tree and ask you to fill it. That is how the question usually comes. So let's take an example, say 80. I will draw an incomplete tree for 80 and let's see how to generate it. So this is an empty place, so I'm marking that with a box. So another empty space. This time I'm marking it with 2 and another space. Then this box I'm going to mark it with 2 and another empty place. Now they will give you a factor tree with missing values like this and you're expected to fill the missing values. The question could be either 2 mark or 3 marks depending upon how big the number is and how many missing numbers are. So let's see how to find out the missing numbers. There are two approaches that you could use, or you can combine both the approaches. The first method is called top-down approach, meaning I start to fill from the topmost box till I reach and fill all the boxes beneath it. So let's use that approach here. In this case, 80 is divided by 2, so the quotient would be 40. Now 40 when I divide by 4, I get to have 10. 4, 2 into 2 is 4, so I fill here 2 into 5 is 10. So I started from the top and I filled all the missing boxes till I reached the bottom and I ensured that all the boxes are filled. So this approach generally we call as a top-down approach. So this is one way where you can think of filling the tree. Let's try another option of filling the tree. Say 150. This is a missing value. So as usual, I'm putting a box. Here is another missing value. Then I put a 3. I box it up again. Then I'm going to put 5 here and say 2 here. Now let's see if the top-down approach will work here. See, I can write lots of combinations of factors for 150. It could be 15 into 10, 5 into 70, 5 into 30 and so on. So I don't know what is it that I can take as these two factors. So in this method, top-down approach will not work. However, I can reverse. I can start from a bottommost branch of the tree and try to work upwards. So I know 5 into 2 is 10. 10 into 3 is 30. 30 into 5 is 150. So this time I started from a bottommost branched till I reached the top, filling the values as I come. And I ensure that all the missing values are filled. So this approach is called bottom-up approach. Sometimes both need not work exactly. So you may have to use a combination of both top-down and bottom-up approach. So let's see if we can take an example and see how that works. So let's start with a number, say 240. I'm placing a box here. The box, I'm going to branch it to a box, and then I'm going to put a 60 here. 60, I'm branching as 3. Then I put a branch here. So in this case, again I'm going to branch. This time I'm going to branch this as 5, and this is an unknown. I'm going to branch this as 2. Let's see if the approach works or which works. See, you can either start from the bottom up or you can go top down. So this time let me try bottom up approach. 2 2s are 4, so that's placed here. 4 5s are 20, that's done. 23s are 60, so your answer so far is right. Now 60 into what is this much? I can't know that because again I can put any number here to reach out here. Okay, so this time I'm going to take the top down approach. Till this I went bottom up. Now let's see, 240 divided by 2 is 120. Now 120 divided by 60 is 2. So this time I neither used completely bottom up or completely top down. It is a mixture of both. So as you see the boxes, you can use a combination of both approaches to fill all the missing values. Okay, so we'll try one more example to understand how to fill the tree so that you can practice with more questions. So let's take a number, say 980. Then it's going to be 2 followed by a box. The box is branched with 7 followed by a box that is branched with 10 and 7. And then 10 is branched with a box and 2. Okay, so this time I'm going to use it as I like. So let's start from the topmost approach. I think the top might work. So 980 divided by 2 is 490. Okay, 490 divided by 7 is going to be 70. So 70 divided by 10 and 7, yeah, that works. 10, I have 2 here, so I'm going to pull a 5. The bottom up would have also worked in this case. So as you see the blanks, you can either try the topmost or bottom up, or you can go in intermediary. But please note, once you filled in whichever direction you should travel, you will be still able to verify the calculations. Okay, so this is a common way of asking questions about the fundamentals of arithmetic. So please practice more numericals, and as I said, it could end up to be a 2-mark or a 3-mark question depending upon how big these numbers are or how big the size of the tree is and how many missing values are placed in the tree. So practice more because that will make you more confident in mathematics. For more practice questions and custom question papers, please reach out to my website www.smartlylearn.in. Also, please extend your support to me by subscribing to my channel. See you in the next video. Bye.